Many friends are interested in my off-grid photovoltaic power generation system. Very interested, so I made this video specifically. First, do a simple popular science, off-grid photovoltaic power generation system, and that's using photovoltaic panels to generate electricity. Spontaneous use, not integrated into the public power grid, different from grid-connected power generation systems. Grid-connected power generation system. It is to integrate the photovoltaic power generation system into the public power grid, sell the electricity generated to the public grid. I made this system. It's an off-grid system. As long as there is a suitable location, you can install it. Building such a personal miniature solar power plant. Design first, in layman's terms. Just plan how big a drill to make. Neither waste of money nor freedom of electricity. The focus of design, it is to accurately measure the daily electricity consumption of the home. There are also two numbers for the maximum power used. 3 electricity consumption, to calculate the power of the photovoltaic panels to be installed. There is also the power of the inverter and the capacity of the energy storage battery. For example, my family uses an average of 15 degrees of electricity per day in summer. While cooking, the maximum power consumption can reach 8 kilowatts. So the power of the photovoltaic panel I chose, it should be around 8 kilowatts. When cooking like this, the load can be provided entirely by photovoltaic panels. Of course, the maximum power of the inverter should also be higher than 8 kilowatts. It is better to have 20% space. That is, the inverter is best to choose more than 10 kilowatts. The battery capacity is preferably 15 degrees. Consider battery life on cloudy days. So I decided to make the battery 30 degrees. This battery life can reach at least 2 days. Of course, you can also generate electricity on cloudy days. It's just that the power generation will be much less. Determine the power of the photovoltaic panel and the power of the inverter. And after the battery capacity, it is necessary to measure the location where the photovoltaic panels are installed. Plan by area. How much power do you choose for photovoltaic panels and arrangement? My roof is a sloping roof. One side faces east, one side faces west. The sun rises and sets, and that has a huge effect on power generation. Because there is always only one roof, can achieve maximum power generation. So, my plant has a design power of 7.7 kilowatts. The actual maximum power generation is only 5.2 kilowatts. If it is a bungalow roof, designed as photovoltaic panels, slope facing south, angle 15 to 30 degrees, in this way, the power generation can have a better effect. In addition, also plan for the series and parallel connection of photovoltaic panels. General voltage of a single photovoltaic panel, from a few volts to tens of volts. It should be designed according to the parameters of the solar controller. Connection method of photovoltaic panels. The voltage of the photovoltaic panel after connection do not exceed the tolerance range of the controller. My plan is to connect the two roofs separately. Parallel, see photovoltaic panels. The series voltage is more than 330 volts. This voltage, no more than the voltage range of the inverse control all-in-one machine I chose. After confirming the arrangement of the photovoltaic panels, just install. The upper roof needs expansion screws, mounting bracket, and then we attach the panels to the panels. If you want the roof of the bungalow, you can use a bracket. You can also build a photovoltaic canopy while generating electricity. It can also play the role of shading and rainproof. It also increases the usable space of the roof. Kill multiple birds with one stone. After the photovoltaic panels are installed, is to connect the photovoltaic panels as designed. The wire should be selected for photovoltaic special wire. Select the corresponding type of wire according to the current. I chose a 4-square photovoltaic dedicated line. We need to make the photovoltaic connectors. Crimping is used here. Special crimping pliers for photovoltaic connectors. More than $10 a piece. Buy in advance. The grafting method is not difficult. You can search for video tutorials. After the photovoltaic line is connected, by extending wire arrangement to install inverter, where the controller and battery are located. Here it is recommended to directly choose the reverse control all-in-one machine. I used an 11 kilowatt inverter. The advantage is that it is very convenient. Through this machine, it can automatically control the charging and discharging of the battery. It can also automatically switch the photovoltaic priority according to the settings, battery priority and ECG priority, meet different usage scenarios. The reverse control all-in-one machine has a total of 4 sets of lines: TV input, ECG input, inverter output, and battery cable. The battery is charged and discharged with the same group of wires. Battery cable, according to the maximum current of battery input and output. Select the appropriate DC cable. I use 25 square DC lines. For safety, recommended on battery cable. Install a high current DC circuit breaker. I used a 300 amp DC circuit breaker. At the same time, it is recommended to import for electrical inputs in the photovoltaic. For electric output, circuit breakers installed on each group of lines. Also, for safety reasons, it can also facilitate later maintenance and maintenance. Pay attention to a question. DC circuit breakers should be used on photovoltaic input lines. If there are more thunderstorms in the local area, also install an abuse protector. Even photovoltaic panels need to be grounded. After installing the force control all-in-one machine, just wire it as designed. Parallel connection of multiple energy storage battery packs. After connecting the photovoltaic input and battery lines, it is to transform the original entry line. It's very simple to put the entry line. Close all circuit breakers. Just set up the reverse control all-in-one machine according to the instructions. Use the next. Start enjoying clean and free electricity. The number of batteries can also be increased according to demand in the future to increase battery life.